Kenny Monday was on top of the podium and the world. 1988, the Seoul Games. Monday, an Olympic champion at 150 pounds in wrestling. No black wrestler had ever before won the gold. A global legacy was born.
In the beginning, I really didn't know the impact that it would have. But after it happened, of course, then it was huge, right? And so just across the world, just talking to people all over the world, even in other countries like Kenya and other African countries, those athletes were coming up to me, and they knew, right, that I was the first, right? So just the impact of that, like just being an Olympic champion in itself is a huge impact, a big platform. But yeah, being the first in anything, I don't care if you're shooting marbles. If you're the first world champion in shooting marbles, that's going to be a big impact. So yeah, it was just an amazing thing, and having a dream all my life to be an Olympic champion as well, kind of just like, it's just a huge, huge accomplishment.
Monday would medal again, a silver in Barcelona in 1992, cementing his place as a Hall of Fame wrestler. So when Morgan State wanted to resurrect its wrestling program, the Bears administration knew to find someone who garnered instant respect and understood what this could mean at an HBCU.
I got approached about it, right? The first time I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to be a head coach at D1 level. But then when I did a deep dive and really thought about it, really did a soul search and kind of prayed about it, I think it made sense for me to take this program on. And I think my legacy, it probably had a bigger impact on the program and getting kids in here to compete and that kind of thing. So I just thought it was a godsend.
5 years ago, Deion Sanders became a head coach for the first time at Jackson State in football. He turned the program around right away, even without head coaching experience. And while Coach Monday may not match Coach Prime's ability to draw attention, who does? He sees the pathway forward at Morgan State.
Looking at the success of Deion, and I've met him a few times, and just kind of seeing what he brought to the college and to the world, right? And so yeah, I draw from that. I draw from his success, and I look at it. I read kind of the things he says, right? And he's a winner, right? Above all else, Coach Prime is a winner, and he's won all of his life, kind of like me. So I can kind of relate to his story a little bit, and being a world champion, I can kind of relate to that story, and then being able to share that knowledge with young African American kids, is really, really impactful.
Morgan State saw 2 wins in year 1 under Monday, and now in year 2, the win total reaches 5. The wrestling resurrection at Morgan indeed is underway, led by a trailblazing coach. Pete Gilbert, WBAL-TV 11 Sports.